Welcome back, true believers, to another episode of Good Cinema. I had to delay the show till today because it was moving. As you can see, I'm in a different environment now. This is not my permanent setup, but it's temporary, so we could do it. So I could do some streaming because I was missing doing some content on YouTube. So I figured I would just go ahead and do it on Saturday, and we'll get into it right after this. And that move, I feel like Thanos in that move. You'll see a lot of stuff going on behind me. A lot of stuff going on. We're still like getting everything set up, but I thought I would take time, at least 45 minutes, to review Aliens finally, which I said I was going to do. So now we're doing it. There's a lot of talking behind me. There's nothing I can do about that. But today we're reviewing the 1986 film Aliens, directed by James Cameron, starring Sigourney Weaver, Michael Biehn. Paul Reiser's actually in it. He's a real scumbag in it. Bill Paxton is also in it, and Lance Henricksen, who plays the synthetic bishop, or as you said, I like to prefer artificial person. But before we get into anything, we're gonna watch the trailer. So there's a lot of talking going on behind me, but like I said, there's nothing I can do about it. So they got a lot of stuff. We're laying flooring we got putting flooring on and installing flooring and all that stuff. So it's been a beehive of activity. That's all I'm going to say. So let's show the trailer for the 1986 film Aliens, starring the one and only badass herself, Sigourney Weaver. Here we go.
Just tell me one thing, Burke.
Plan. So we start off, it's really cool. Like they find her on that derelict life raft or whatever, escape pod from I think it was the Nostromo. And she's just, her and the cat Jonesy are the sole survivor of the original Alien film.
All right, people, on the
This is where
ready line.
we get the space marines start coming into it, It's like there was a lot of Vietnam movies came out at the time. In 1986, they were actually starting, Platoon had came out, and they were people were finally talking about the Vietnam experience. But this is almost like Marines in Vietnam, but in space. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Hey, get on the
It was almost used like the Huey was in Vietnam. We got somebody. I thought somebody popped in, but I don't. Or the motion. Somebody's here. I keep hearing somebody pop in, but there he is.
What's up, Matt?
Got Nerdy Geek here. We're just watching the trailer right now. I've been
Cool.
like pausing it every now and then. Hey, it's so funny. The hotspot works better than my head.
I know. I was telling you yesterday. Remember, Bruce and I were saying your camera looked great.
I know. I don't know what. Anyway, let's watch a few more seconds.
I got signals. I got readings.
Nerdy.
Yes.
You've been
Back here.
Would you want?
Look, I'm telling
A Space
you,
Marine?
something moving in it.
Hell yeah.
Get them out of there!
Did I get kicked out? Uh-oh. No, there I am. All right. Oh, I lost Nerdy, though. But, yeah, I like this. The aliens this time. It's war. There he is. He's back. And we don't have any.
I'm used to doing this on my phone.
All right. That's all right. You know what I was going to say was, though, we're talking about fictional colonial space marines. But I have a real marine here. So, but you know what? I wanted to. Oh, we got Bruce is here too. Bruce missed the trailer, but you know what? This movie made me want to.
What's up, Bruce?
This movie made me want. I wanted to own a pulse rifle. I wish there was an actual pulse rifle.
So Hasbro actually released one maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, Nerf gun.
Yeah, but it looked really good.
Yeah, I saw Adam Savage got one, and he painted it green and black like the one in the movie because theirs was like orange and white. Which I still want one. I'm going to get one of these. I think you can still get them, but they're kind of up there. But I don't know. Maybe Santa Claus will bring one. I feel like I'm a 12-year-old at heart, so you know.
Aren't we all?
Absolutely. But anyway, yeah. I don't know. The trailer kind of sets it up perfectly. So, like, I always like it, too, because it's almost like a sci-fi alien version of a Vietnam movie.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
The drop ship is almost like a Huey, the way they build it.
Yep.
I thought. And then, like, you know, you got the Colonial Marines. And, I mean, it's got to be part of they must have been like what the Marine Corps might have, if we were in futuristic, would have went to, because his uniform, when what's his name, the lieutenant goes to visit Ripley with
yes.
Burke at her apartment, it looks kind of like a Marine khaki uniform.
Yeah, it looks like the Charlie's.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Gorman.
Gorman, that's right. He's kind of an asshole.
Yep.
But he redeems himself at the end, I think.
Alien is my favorite franchise. I have seen Alien and Aliens at least 2 to 3 times a year ever since I was like 6.
Oh yeah, I agree. I remember when this movie came out on HBO. I didn't get to see it at the theater, but like we had satellite, right? And like the big, I'm talking like the giant satellite, and we would watch it on HBO. And I recorded it, you know, on the VCR. And I probably watched it at least once a week.
Yeah, when I used to go stay at my cousin's house, they were one of the first people I knew that had VCR, and they owned it like back in 87, 88. And I would go to sleep. They would always put it on after everybody went to sleep, and I would always try and pass out before they got to the xenomorphs because it would scare me back then. But I love it.
Oh, that part where like, and I got a clip of it we'll play later, where Paxton's got the motion tracker, and he goes, "They're closing in 8 meters." She goes, "That can't be. That's inside the room." And then Michael Bihn's character opens up looks at the roof, and they're all scurrying down like rats right through the roof. Oh my God!
I've never
seen to this day that scene is awesome.
What, Bruce?
I've never seen Aliens.
Oh,
I can't hear Bruce.
I can. I hear you. I don't know.
I'm joking. Of course I've seen Aliens a million times.
That's what I said. I didn't believe you. Well, I'm gonna and you'll see there's a lot of stuff going on behind me. This is not as you know, not my permanent setup. We're still in the process of moving in. I mean, I got a TV sitting in the floor right now. So I was rewatching Aliens this morning. But I'm
in a different setup here.
Yeah, I know. You're in the car.
Yep.
And you see my aunt just walk by, so they're all helping out.
I'm driving too. No, I'm not. I'm in the passenger seat.
Don't be driving. Whatever you do, don't be driving.
Hey, so I'm going to be going to the sticks of Texas, so I don't know how long I'm going to have reception, but I'm here until it goes out.
All right. Well, let me we'll talk about the Wikipedia page for this movie.
Can
try
nobody
to
hear
do
me?
it before you get booted out. And I don't know if you noticed, it was actually, yeah, I can hear you. I was able to share the trailer. Oh no, might be fired. Okay, this is not to be
I might,
confused. It says,
I might
actually
be
says not
fired.
to be confused with Alien.
Nope.
Aliens is the 1986 science fiction film written and directed by James Cameron. It is the sequel to of course, it is the sequel to the 1979 film Alien. It also stars Sigourney Weaver, and I like the tagline, "This time it's war." She also plays one of the most badass female heroines of all time, in my opinion, guys, Ellen Ripley.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
She's a girl.
Hey, I can hear Bruce now.
Okay.
That's nice to know.
But yeah, actually,
Yeah, Ellen Ripley.
She's one of my.
Ellen Ripley and Sigourney Weaver. She is, to me, she's the queen of sci-fi. She is the first real female action hero. My daughter's middle name is Elena, and I told my wife I want to name her Elena after Ellen Ripley, and she was like, "Done."
Well, you know what was great about it too is like, we talk about the first film she was in, Alien, and like she's like the only survivor of the Nostromo, right?
Yep.
And she was a badass in it. She like was able to outlast that alien. She outwitted it, and all these other people couldn't do it. She even had to kill the synthetic.
She didn't have any training.
That's right. But then she got a little training from like Hicks in this one, and she just starts blasting people. That didn't take her long to figure out how to use that pulse rifle. And I like, there's nothing hotter than seeing Sigourney Weaver shoot an alien.
Hey, she had a Class 2 rating on that power loader.
Was the sole survivor. Of course, they went to that planet LB 426. So in this movie,
426.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying, it's just it's just some things you just like turn back, you yelling, don't go. You know what's gonna happen. Everybody's gonna die.
Yeah, I know. So she gets reassured though, like oh no, these guys are Colonial Marines. They can handle anything. She's kind of like, she should have known better, because all it took was one of these things to take out her entire crew.
In less than 24 hours.
Then we find out. And what's crazy about this one is it's not just one they're dealing with. They're dealing with a whole colony of these things. They've taken over and they've infected all the colonists on this LB 426 because they finally discovered them on this planet. And like they weren't indigenous to this planet. They were a ship that crashed there. We learned more about this, like in Prometheus and a lot of the later films of what happened and how they got there. But in this one, it's still kind of a mystery of why that ship was there, why all these eggs were there. But unfortunately, these colonists found out the hard way. But listen to this: despite the success of Alien, its sequel took years to develop due to lawsuits, a lack of enthusiasm for 20th Century Fox, and repeated management changes. Although relatively inexperienced, Cameron was hired to write a story for Aliens in 1983 on the strength of his scripts for Terminator. And I did not know this, but he wrote the script for Rambo: First Blood Part 2.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Stalled again. I didn't either, until Fox executive Lawrence Gordon pursued a sequel on an approximately $18.5 million budget. Aliens began principal photography in September of 1985 and concluded on January 86. The film's development was tumultuous and rife with conflict between Cameron and the British crew at Pinewood Studios. Have you noticed this? At Pinewood Studios, didn't George Lucas have a problem with these guys?
Yes.
They were all taking like tea time breaks and stuff. Yeah.
It's the whole American thing versus them.
Yeah.
Everybody has a problem with Lucas. Just saying.
I don't think Disney does.
Oh yeah, true.
He made them billions.
They just sit sit him in a chair and say, "Whatever you say, Grandpa. Whatever you say, Grandpa."
Okay, Grandpa.
I wish he was my grandpa.
This is not.
Get out of here.
This is not what there's like he's at Burger King ordering. And they go, "Sir, this is Burger King. This is not Disney." All right. James Horner, he was given little time to record the music, and the difficult shoot affected the composer, who had very little time to record the music for this film. It was released on July 18th, 1986, to critical acclaim. Reviewers praised its action, but some criticized the intensity of certain scenes. But Sigourney Weaver's performance garnered consistent praise, along with those of Bill Paxton and, who I also love in this movie, Jeanette Goldstein. The film received several
Vasquez.
Yeah, Vasquez. I love the part where like she's doing pull-ups and Bill Paxton's like, "Hey, Vasquez, you ever get mistaken for a man?" She's like, "No, have you?"
Yeah, every one of these Marines is so unique. You can't like none of them have the same personality. They're all different. I love that. They're a unique character.
Yeah. It also received several nominations, including an Academy Award nomination for Sigourney Weaver. Do you know who
I'll be right back.
Let me tell you who she lost to. She lost to Marlee Matlin, or what her name was, in Children of a Lesser God. Let me ask you guys a question.
That was a great movie.
It was. But
oh my God, I love that movie.
So, I mean, she lost a pretty good performance, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but to be nominated for this, because, Bruce, you know, me and you both know, especially in 1986, the Academy Award wasn't too kind to sci-fi movies.
They still aren't. They still aren't.
Really. But, like, it was just like, or comic book movies. Like, that's why I remember to this day, was shocked. And I believe it was only because he passed away that Heath Ledger won the Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah.
But he did such a phenomenal job. If he hadn't won, it would have been robbery. All right. Now, this is considered among one of the greatest films of the 1980s. I tend to agree with that. It's also among one of the greatest science fiction movies and action films of all time, in my opinion. Okay, you got the Colonial Marines. What happens is,
I think
go ahead.
I think they really missed an opportunity after this movie was such a hit. There should have been a movie, Space Marines, where they go from planet to planet fighting different alien threats to humanity.
Absolutely.
That would have been amazing.
And you know, the crazy thing is Dark Horse explored this several times with their books.
Oh, really?
Like you got the Colonial Space Marines and stuff, and there's like the Aliens Predator War. And yeah, they missed the opportunity. They dropped the ball. I mean, Alien 3, I just didn't really.
I think
David is a great director, but I don't think he was right to be directing an Alien movie. I'm not saying Alien 3 is not entertaining, but they killed off my boy Hicks, okay? And that guy was one of the coolest characters in this movie. And like Michael Biehn said he was ready to come back, and they were like, no, we're going to kill you off. So he was kind of pissed about it because they made it sound like he was going to be in the movie.
I don't know why they decided to do a prison planet alien.
Yeah,
I didn't understand it, but okay.
And you know, when I was a teenager when that came out, I was so excited because of this Aliens. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, yeah, they're doing Alien 3, and then it was just like, oh, yeah, they really did Alien 3, all right. But it was like, I think that David Fincher was trying to go back to the Ridley Scott type film. He wasn't trying to do the Cameron. It's a shame that they couldn't get Cameron to do the sequel. And I agree with you. They should have been a spinoff. And I wish maybe one of these days we will. I mean, we got the new Alien show, right? So maybe we can get a Space Marine show. I'd just like to see them going to planets because the aliens.
I know people are loving the new Aliens series. It's just okay for me. You know, I just don't understand the alien was able to run through all of those goddamn soldiers so quickly.
Yeah.
You know, they had training, and here we go with the girl's brother. He's surviving everything.
Yeah.
Just like.
Well, also, it's kind of messed up the timeline, right? Because they're acting like, oh, this is the first time they're on the planet. Well, okay, so are we forgetting about Alien versus Predator and Alien versus Predator Requiem now?
Well, isn't it some set before Alien?
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I believe the show is set before Alien or Aliens.
Well, that
Probably
doesn't make sense either, because then why was the Whalen Corporation still wanting to get specimens from LB 426 in the first two films if they were already had specimens?
I think well, obviously there aren't going to be any specimens left at the end of Alien. This
true.
show, so they're sent out there to find more alien specimens.
But the other plot hole is this: the board at Whalen, when they were interviewing Ripley at the first of this movie and giving her a debrief, they act like they had never heard anything about it. This is 50 years ago. I don't know what you're talking about. It's there's nothing on LP 426, so I don't know.
If you think about it, most of those people involved with that first incident, they would have been dead.
That's true.
Or or really old, or it was classified.
I don't know. Anyway, here's the cast. We'll go through the entire cast. We got Sigourney Weaver plays Ellen Ripley. Michael Biehn is Dwayne Hicks. Paul Reiser is Carter J. Burke, and he plays a real weasel.
God, he was a weasel piece of shit.
Yeah. Lance Henricksen as Bishop. It was kind of it's kind of weird when I remember when Mad About You, the sitcom with Helen Hunt, was out. I just kept looking like, you son of a bitch, you tried to kill Ripley. Lance Henriksen as Bishop. I thought Lance Henriksen was great in this movie. Lance Henriksen's in a lot of my favorite, like nerdy kind of movies, like Near Dark. Yeah, he was actually in Terminator. And I'll tell you what, another great performance by this was this young girl, that Carrie Henn, who played Rebecca Newt Jordan. I thought she was great in this movie. Did
she work after this?
I don't know. Let's we'll look at her IMDb after I get through this. Mm-hmm. There she is, right there. She's best known for her 1986 science fiction film Aliens.
So that means no.
Okay, she might not have. Yeah. I think she was into music too, though. Bill Paxton as Hudson, the boastful but panically colonial marine. That's a good way of talking about him. William Hope as Gorman. He was the lieutenant commander. Rico Ross as Frost. I like Frost. Al Matthews as Apone, and the great Jeanette Goldstein as Vasquez, which I loved, and Mark Ralston as Drake. And Spunkmeyer was played by Daniel Clash. Crow was Tipping. His name was Tipping. Anyway, so we'll go with the rest of them. But anyway, the early development was the success of Alien in 1979 led to the immediate discussion of a sequel. But the production company, Brandywine Productions, struggled to convince 20th Century Fox to make it. Studio president Alan Ladd Jr., he actually produced other movies like The Right Stuff and Blade Runner.
Yeah,
was supportive of the project, but left Fox to found the Ladd Company, which kind of went bankrupt after this. And his replacement, Norman Levy, was concerned about the cost of producing an Alien Part 2. Brandywine co-founder David Giller said Levy believed a sequel would be a disaster. Fox's executives believed Alien success was a fluke, and it had not generated enough profit or audience interest to warrant a sequel. Boy, it tells you how out of touch some of these executives are, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The box office returns for horror films were also declining. Progress was further slowed when Giller and Brandywine co-founders Walter Hill and Gordon Carroll sued Fox for unpaid profits from Alien. Using Hollywood, it says that using Hollywood accounting methods, Fox had declared Alien a financial loss, despite its earnings of over $100 million against an $11 million budget.
That's wild.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Brandywine's lawsuit was settled by early '83, the result being that Fox would finance the development of Alien Part 2, but was not required to distribute the film. Levy's eventual replacement, Joe Wiseman, was receptive to a sequel, and although other executives remained non-committal, Giller's development executive, Larry Wilson, began looking for a scriptwriter. Got somebody entering there he is. Nerdy's back.
I'm back.
Nerdy.
It said that the script for the in development science fiction. Okay, it says here that the writer by mid 1983, Wilson came across the script for the in development science fiction film The Terminator, written by James Cameron. With Cameron's collaborative scriptwriting efforts alongside with Sylvester Stallone, on Rambo: First Blood Part 2, which I did not know. I did not know that he co-wrote that. Wilson was convinced to show the script for Terminator to Giller, Hill, and Carroll. In November of '83, Cameron submitted a 42-page film treatment for Alien Part 2. He wrote it in 3 days. It's based on Giller and Hill's suggestion of Ripley and soldiers. The studio was a mixed reaction, one executive calling it a constant stream of horror without character development. Negotiations to sell the sequel rights to Rambo's developers Mario Cazar and Andrew Biehn failed, and the project stalled once again. In July of '84, Lawrence Gordon had replaced Wiseman with few projects in development. Gordon looked at sequels to Fox's existing properties and came across the Alien 2 treatment. He said he was surprised that no one had pursued it. Production of the Terminator was delayed for 9 months because Arnold Schwarzenegger was contractually obligated to film Conan the Destroyer. Cameron used the time to develop his treatment, expanding it to 90 pages, and drew ideas from Mother, one of his story concepts about an alien on a space station involving a power loader suit. Because of the low expectations for Terminator, Cameron had spent much of his free time during his production developing and trying out ideas for Alien Part 2. The script was better received at Fox by Fox executives and Gordon, but Cameron also wanted to direct the project. Cameron was relatively a new director at the time. He was also directing his only directing credit was for Piranha 2: The Spawning.
I love those Piranha movies.
I do too. I didn't know he directed that.
Holy crap!
A low budget independent horror film. I'm gonna have to go rewatch that.
Yeah, I know.
So they were reluctant because that was his only screen credit.
Hey, Jeff.
Little baby.
Hey, Jeff. So Gordon gave him the job.
Hey, Jeff.
But Cameron's associates tried to persuade him to reject the offer, believing that anything good about the film would be attributed to director Ridley Scott, and anything negative would be attributed to Cameron. Scott said he was never offered the chance to direct the sequel, possibly because he was difficult to work with on the original.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, the title Aliens reportedly came from Cameron writing Alien on a whiteboard during a pitch meeting and added an S, or a money sign. Cameron also wanted his collaborative partner and girlfriend, Gail Ann Hurd, to serve as the producer, but Fox did not take that request seriously, believing that she could not stand up to Cameron, who believed she was the only person who believed she was the only person who would. Hurd had several industry associates contact Fox executives to convince them she was a legitimate producer. Cameron turned the finished script in on February of '85, hours before a Hollywood writer's strike. Cameron recalled the audience reactions while seeing Alien in the theater and believed it would be difficult to recreate the emotion and novelty of the original. He and Hurd agreed to combine the horror of Alien with the action of Terminator. And you know what? I think that was a great idea.
Yeah.
I still say Aliens is still the best in the franchise.
I do too. It's like the one thing about it, there's a lot of like great suspenseful moments in it. Like when we're talking about when they're tracking them and they're like, oh no, they're inside the perimeter. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm not reading it wrong. And he opens up the roof and here they come scurrying through the ceiling. You're like, holy shit, they're fucked.
The way he uses little to no music whenever they're using the motion sensors, and you just hear the little blip of the motion tracker, and then whenever they pop up, the sound that comes out, that just adds to the tension. It's so great the way they do that.
And also, that's a good thing to be like, when that thing starts going beep, beep, you're like, oh crap, here they come. So it's like it actually helps hold the tension. And then like, okay, let's see if I can find out. It says here that I don't want to spend my whole time reading. I just want to so they filmed it at Pinewood Studios in Buckinghamshire near London because of its large sets and lower cost of filming in England. Filming was difficult on Cameron, a Canadian. He had little familiarity with the British film industry traditions such as tea breaks, which interrupted production for up to an hour each weekday, and was frustrated at losing hours of filming every week. In the book, The Making of Aliens, by J.W. Rensler, described Cameron as aggressive and certain of what he wanted, which the crew. The situation was exacerbated by Cameron's hands-on approach, often modifying setups such as lighting himself to fit his vision without involving the unionized crew. The crew was very dismissive of Cameron for his relative inexperience, thinking he had not done enough to earn such a prominent position, and that Heard had her job only because she was his partner. Cinematographer Dick Bush insisted on lighting the alien hive brightly, counter to what Cameron's request was, and was eventually replaced with Adrian Beadle. First Assistant Director Derek Cracknell also ignored Cameron's request. Gill described the situation as Cameron would ask to set up a shot one way, and Cracknell would say, "Oh, no, no, no. I know what you want." Then he'd do it wrong, and the whole set would have to be broken down. The situation deteriorated until Cameron and Heard fired Cracknell, and the Pinewood crew walked out in the middle of the day. Cameron called Fox for advice and was determined to move the production out of England until Heard convinced him otherwise. The situation was tumultuous because the number of films simultaneously in production meant the crew could not be easily replaced. Cameron and Heard gathered the crew to discuss their grievances. Cameron explained the importance of the production and that any member of the crew who could not support it should volunteer to be replaced. The crew agreed to support Cameron if he supported their scheduling work hours. The relationship between filmmakers and crew remained cool. When filming concluded at Pinewood, Cameron told the crew, "This has been a long and difficult shoot, fraught with many problems. The one thing that kept me going through it all was the certain knowledge that one day I would drive out the gate of Pinewood and never come back, and that you sorry bastards would still be here." He described most of the crew as lazy, insolent, and arrogant. Paxton called the crew's work impeccable, but their attitude more relaxed than the American crews to which he was accustomed to. The power plant and the alien nest were filmed in a decommissioned Acton Lane power station in London, and the sets were left in place until Tim Burton redressed the sets into interiors for Axis Chemicals during the filming of 1989 film Batman. I did not know that either. While filming the dropship from the Sulaco, shaking collapsed the set roof onto the cast and crew. Most of the crew were unharmed, but a large piece of debris hit Cameron in the head. Because of the tight budget, Heard made Cameron pay for an early scene of a laser cutting Ripley free from her hypersleep chamber. According to Henricksen, Paxton was unaware he would be involved in the knife trick scene until it was filmed. Henricksen nicked Paxton's finger during the reshoot. Some of the early establishing scenes were filmed near the end of principal photography to capture the bond that had developed between the cast and the characters. And they kind of drilled them. Like, if you watch the making of this movie,
Yeah.
they kind of drilled them like they were actually in the military. Nerdy's back. So also, see, I heard a lot of stuff about the production. That guy was like, and look, if we look at it, I think Cameron was right. You don't want it. Like when they're going into the hive for the first time, the darkness is kind of makes it more spooky to me because you can't see everything that's going on. This guy wanted to light it all bright. And don't you agree that probably wouldn't have worked?
No.
No, I don't think it would have worked. Because the whole thing was them hiding in the darkness and coming from those dark places, from the ceiling and the walls and the floor everywhere.
And when we talk about like great directors, though, I mean, it doesn't matter to me, in my opinion, how many films they have under their belt. You can see that talent, in my opinion, and I think it was already there with him. I mean, maybe he wasn't as experienced on a set, but what I think was, there he goes again. What I think was great about it, Bruce, so he had a vision, and he knew what he wanted, and he stuck to his guns despite all these other people saying, no, we're not doing it that way. He said, no, then if you want to do it my way, you're fired. And I'm sure that if Cameron could have done it, he probably would have brought an entire American crew in at that point because he was already sick of these people.
Yeah.
But of course, he couldn't do that because they had a union and they were contracted to that. So let's go on. So there was some improvisation encouraged. We were discussing tweaks to her character with Cameron, believing she understood how Ripley would act. Her line, "Get away from her, you bitch," had to be filmed in one take due to the tight schedule. And that's one of my favorite lines in the movie. So, and the actress thought she had messed up. Paxton believed he was not good at improvisation and discussed ideas with camera before filming. Hudson's signature line, "Game over, man, game over," originated from Paxton developing a backstory for the character in which he was trained on simulators. Henn found it hard to act afraid of the aliens since she was fond of the actors in the suits. And she imagined, so she had to imagine a dog was chasing her. Other cast members spent time with Henn between scenes, including Weaver and Paxton, who would color or craft things with her. Oh, that's sweet. So they would color with her during the breaks. Biehn said,
Yeah, I always heard.
Go ahead.
I had always heard that Bill Paxton, like, since he was cussing so much, that every time he had to cuss in front of Newt, that as soon as the scene was over, he's like, "Oh, sweetheart, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. They're making me say these things. I apologize." Like every single time. I've never heard anything bad. Yeah, I've never heard anything bad about Bill Paxton.
And you know what? We lost him too soon, too. It's a shame he died of that illness in the hospital. You know, actually, like, speaking of this cast, that Michael Biehn, he had a stroke like 5 years ago, so he's not doing too well, I don't think.
Oh, I got to go see him at a condo.
He's got a podcast now, and he does. You can tell he's got a little sickly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so also, Biehn said he and Paxton spent much of their free time together. Despite the difficulties, Fox was satisfied with the daily footage, and principal photographer concluded in January of '86. On time, and it was on budget. So that's pretty good. So they had the post-production scenes. Ray Lovejoy was responsible for editing the final film to 137 minutes. Of course, he said James Horner, he did the music. Let's see what, I want to see what, so also, now there's something else about this movie. I'm going to stop sharing this. We all know this movie was awesome. All right.
Yep.
Yes.
The interesting thing about the pulse rifle. So in the movie, it's supposed to be like caseless, armor-piercing 10-millimeter shells that are explosive tips. Well, the guys made an actual gun. So what they did was they took a Thompson submachine gun and they put a Remington sawed-off shotgun underneath it to be the grenade launcher. And they put a Spaz shotgun frame on it to make it look futuristic. And then they put like a little counter on it. So there was actually guns. There's one, I watched a show today. It's called Guns of Hollywood. And they actually created like 5 models that actually fired. So it wasn't actually a futuristic gun. But, oh yeah, remember Chet? He was Chet. Bill Paxton was Chet in Weird Science. It's like,
yes,
how about a nice greasy pork sandwich served in a dirty ashtray?
He was literally turned into a big piece of shit.
Yeah, he was basically turned him into a piece of shit in that movie. So we have a few clips here. I think this movie's become legendary in the time. But okay, so where am I? Okay, like I like this where like she's like they come to visit her, you know.
Now please leave. I am not going back, and I would not be any good to you if I did.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, she's having, like, you could tell her character has post-traumatic stress from her experience, because she's having nightmares that the chest burster is coming out of her chest like it did one of her friends. And so, like, they finally convinced her when, like, she tells these people, too. She's like, "You have colonists down here? Yeah, this is like, it's not going to end good." And then finally, they call and say, "We lost contact. We're about LB 426. She's like, "No shit." But you think maybe like Ripley's character was like, I'm living in fear every day. I'm going to go face my fear and try to destroy, because she's convinced that Burke thinks they're going to, Burke's convinced, "Oh no, we're going to destroy them." But we know this son of a bitch is trying to bring one back. I mean, there's no way. And I also like the part where they wake up and like they're waking up out of their stations. Like, they don't pay me enough for this shit.
They ain't paying us enough for this, man.
Not enough to wake up to your face.
Not enough to wake up to you. And then like Bill Paxton's got a lot of great lines in this movie. I like where he's like, man, this floor is freezing.
Formation and parade. I love the call.
Man, this floor is freezing.
What do you want me to do? Fetch your slippers for you?
Gee, would you, sir? I'd like that.
Look into my eyes.
He would never call a gunny sir. Never.
No, he would get his ass whooped, wouldn't he? All right.
Yep. Gunny is a gunny.
Also, here's the scene we were talking about where Lance Henriksen actually does the knife thing where they speed it up. But he had his hand over Paxton's hand, and he actually nicked Paxton's hand like it says in the movie. He actually nicked it.
Cornbread, I think.
It's good for you, boy. Eat it.
Hey, you sure wouldn't mind getting some more of that Arcturian poontang. Remember that time?
Yeah, bro. The one.
He was still.
Hey, to show you how much of a nerd I was, when I was in the Marine Corps, we got a lot of questionable food. And whenever people would say, "What is this?" I would always quote Hicks, "It's good for you, boy. Eat it." I don't think anyone ever got it, but I did it every time.
Aliens was better.
Aliens, I have to say Aliens is the best one, Jeff. I also like the part where, although I don't think you would get away with that in the actual Marine, when he tells the gunny, Sarge, how do I get out of this chicken shit outfit?
There are some people who can get away with stuff. You just have to know what you can and can't. It's just like a kid. You test what your boundaries are, and then you stay in those boundaries.
Okay, well maybe he was like the kind of the cut up guy in the group. He's a little bit too confident. The first, like he's like, "Yeah, we bad, we know it." I don't know. I'm gonna try to play some more clips because I'm having internet. I think the internet's wanting to go out on me, but it's actually holding up better on a phone than it did on my actual internet service. So these clips have no rhyme or reason.
You're not stuck in the past.
StreamYard. Yeah, I know. Thanks to StreamYard, though, the way they changed your media assets, you can't play them in order. It just jumbles them up when you load your video clips. So I apologize for that. But let's start out with this one. This is the one where they're like talking about how we're going to get out of here, and they're like, Paxton's character is like freaking out already. Says, maybe you haven't noticed, but we're getting our asses kicked, pal.
Hey, maybe you haven't been keeping up on current events, but we just got our asses kicked, pal.
Bill Paxton had all the best lines in this movie.
Yes, he did. Well, except for the one, get away from her, you bitch. But yeah.
Yeah.
Take that!
Eat this. Well, that was a cool one too, though. Eat this. I just thought Michael Biehn. I wanted to be Michael Bihn's character. I even got I had like a pellet gun that looked like kind of futuristic, and I got like my dad's old like military gear and a helmet, and I put like a little like headphone thing on it, and I went as Hicks for Halloween.
Awesome.
That's great.
I did the best I could with what I had, but it looked pretty cool. Okay, here's another one. He's like saying, "Knock it off, Hudson." He's like, I like when they're in the hive. He's like, "It's hot down here." He's like, "Yeah, man, but it's a dry heat."
Knock it off, Hudson.
Yeah, man, it's a dry heat. And then like, I like this part too. This is where Hicks is like talking to Burke, and that alien facehugger comes up against the tank. Yes, I think it's love at first sight.
Looks like love at first sight to me. Oh, he likes you, Burke.
Michael Biehn did such a great job in this role. I've been in and out. I don't know if you talked about it. Y'all talk about how he wasn't even supposed to be Hicks, that James Remar was originally hired.
James Remar was originally him, and it didn't work out. And so, like the Gary, it was Remar's gear. He said he'd already like drawn the thing on, like the armor, doing like armor art, kind of like they were trying to be like how the grunts and the Marines would like have art on their helmets in Vietnam. And he said he had a heart on it. it looked like it was just a big target.
Yeah.
And he said, I don't know if that would have been tactical for a Marine to put that on his. James Remar. So I like James Remar, but I think that I can't imagine anybody but Michael Biehn in this as a Hicks at this point. I mean, but I think he did great. And like, I don't know. Michael
it was
Biehn
one of those fortuitous events.
Yeah, and Michael Biehn is almost like this actor, like that. I still question how was this guy not a bigger star than he was. I mean, like,
Michael Biehn should have been great.
Tombstone, and like, but he didn't really get a lot of the parts that like in Terminator, it catapulted Schwarzenegger to a whole nother level. Like Schwarzenegger was already like at that level like Conan, and then like when he did Terminator, he went to here.
Yeah,
but Michael Biehn just never. I mean, I guess he didn't. Of course, he wasn't built like a Greek god like Arnold was. But and there's another. This is one of my favorite lines in the movie. And I used to, when I was a kid, I would say this, and I was afraid I'd get in trouble because they say hell. And he's like, "We're on the express elevator to hell, going down."
Release sequencer. On my mark. 5.
We're on express elevator to hell, going down.
2, 1.
Mark.
They drop. I love that, the drop ship. I wanted all these toys. I never got to get these toys when I was a kid. I'm going to go back and try to find some. The toy.
I know you got me wanting to go get them now.
I want to get the pulse rifle too. I know it's a Nerf gun, but I don't give a crap. Anyway, so we got some more clips here. I'm just trying to get through them because they got a lot of stuff to do here, and I think I'm kind of like holding up progress by doing this show in the house right now because I don't know. I'm getting some. They're not here right now. I don't know where they went, but let's keep it going.
Oh, dear Lord Jesus, this ain't happening, man. This can't be happening, man. This isn't happening. All right.
It is happening, you stupid bastard. He does get on your nerves, as I like him.
He does.
These people are here to protect you. They're soldiers.
Girl, she's so cute. She's just a perfect little actress for this movie.
Yep.
Plays Newt. I didn't mean to interrupt you there, Nerdy. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
But like, I like where she's like, these people are trained. They're here to help you. She's like, it won't make any. Like, it's so creepy the way the little girl says it. She's like, it won't make any difference.
Yep.
The girl was right too. All right. I must have not got all my clips in here, but we got about 5 more we'll play. I didn't get a lot of them because some of them were too long. I didn't have time to edit because we're moving and all that. But here you go.
Get away from her, you bitch!
One of the best lines in movie history.
Yeah, let's play it again.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Let's see. There's a couple more clips here I got. Let's play.
You always were an asshole, Gorman.
Oh man.
Now that you played that scene, did either of you read Aliens What If?
No.
It literally starts off right there, and you see that it literally starts off right there. Gorman survives. He actually doesn't get killed, and you see that he wasn't the bad guy they made him be. The company was forcing him to do all of this. And basically, they're like, "Hey, you can either help us out, or we're just going to let you stay there stranded and let you die." It was actually a decent series.
Are you mean Burke?
Oh yeah, Burke. I'm sorry.
All right, Gorman was the lieutenant. Yeah, Burke was. I don't know. You know what? I don't want to see no redemptive arc for him. I told Bruce this movie was made like years later. He was on a sitcom with Helen Hunt called "Mad About You," and I still hated the bastard. I said, "You little bastard! You tried to kill Ripley."
And Newt. He tried to kill Newt too.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah.
All right, we got a couple more scenes.
Bishop! How much time?
Plenty. 26 minutes.
We're not leaving!
We're not?
She had to go back to get Newt. But here's the part I was talking about, the reading part, where they're like, we were talking about the motion tracker.
6.
Can't be. That's inside the room.
It's reading right, man. Look.
Well, you're not reading it right.
5 meters, man. 4.
Inside the room, man.
Ripley,
I don't want to hear about it, Bishop. She's alive. There's still time.
in 19 minutes, this area is going to be a cloud of vapor the size of...
I would have left
Nebraska.
I would have left that. I would have left her. That's just me.
Well, it worked out in the end, though, at least. Although Hicks, I don't like what they did in Alien 3. It's one of my least favorite movies in the whole. I like this part.
Oh, that's a whole other can of worms.
I like where she tells Hicks, don't let him leave, and he's like, he ain't going nowhere.
Hicks, don't let him leave.
We ain't going anywhere.
Now, after she does this part, well, I'm play it again. It's just such a good clip. I got to play it again.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Of course, you know, she doesn't trust it's person. She doesn't trust Bishop at all because, of course, you know what happened on her with her crew. Their synthetic person, Ash turned against them all and tried to kill her. He tried to suffocate her with a freaking magazine, for God's sakes. He like tried to stick the magazine down her mouth. It was like crazy. But here's like the end of it. And Bishop, you know, he gets like impaled by the alien queen. But then he's looking up at her. She kills the queen, and he's like, "Not bad for a human."
Not bad for a human.
So with Bishop, I love this movie so much that I got kicked out of class in Sunday school because I was using my pencil to do the knife thing like Bishop did. And my wife was in Sunday school with me. Is that a true story?
Yes.
True story.
We would do that in grade school too. Yeah. I don't know. So, guys, I guess we're going to review, give us our honest assessment of this movie. I don't have any notes. I don't really think there was much they should have changed about this movie. I think it's like one of the greatest sci-fi, if not the greatest sci-fi action movie of all time. It's my favorite James Cameron film, even over Terminator 2. So I give it.
Oh, that's a big statement right there.
Yep, I still believe it.
But you know what? You're right. I've watched this way more than Terminator 2.
And I mean, look, everybody's. I'm gonna get some hate probably in the comments, but Avatar, it's just Dances with Wolves in space.
It is.
Changed my mind. But anyway, but this movie is just like.
Is Avatar a movie?
It's more of like a. I don't know what it is. It's like a special.
It's a tech demo. That's what it is.
It's a technical special effects extravaganza. That's what it is.
With no story. Okay.
Yeah, you got it. And now Lisa Combs is going to show up and roast me over it. But it's okay. I love you, Mark. We're great. I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs up. Bruce, what do you say?
I'll give it 2.2 thumbs. No, I'm just kidding. 2 thumbs up. I'm making fun of somebody we know.
Nerdy?
0.091.
It's 2 thumbs up. It's 10 stars. It's 5 out of 5. It's 100%. It is probably my favorite movie ever.
Well, hey, since you're in the car with your wife, we'll ask her what she thinks of it.
Baby, what do you think of Aliens? She just said she loves it.
Okay.
And
That's all we need to
Jeff,
know.
to Jeff in the chat, you're invited to my foxhole anytime.
Oh. No.
You don't like Aliens?
Well, I do, but I hate that they killed.
Well, that's Alien 3. That's a whole different thing. So she says she doesn't.
I want to watch K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh, yes, I do like Aliens.
She watches K-pop Demon Hunter every day. Her and my daughter.
So do I. I listen. If I'm not watching it, I'm listening to Golden and this last song. Got the name of the last song.
If I wasn't on this stream, we'd be listening to it right now on the car ride.
All right. Well, guys, I want to do a little thank you to because I actually have channel members now.
Nice.
And I'd like to thank all of them right now.
How my name get there?
Terry Floyd, and well, thanks to Bruce that we got he gave out was it 5 or 10 memberships. Cheap Comic Collector was my first member. Terry Floyd, Adamantium Blade Comic Collectibles, Canadian Survivalist, John Malot, Nerdy Geek, Clip on Comics, Random Reads, Stephen Lukey, Legion of Comics, Mad Spidey, Easy Comic Reader, Space Case Collectibles, Kingdom of Nerds, Comicverse, and Lisa Noble, who's my newest member.
You know, it's funny. I gave out 10 subscriptions, and I got one.
I know. You know what? It don't matter. You got one. That's all that matters. And don't forget that I have my show Sunday is actually going to happen because I got unlimited data, and we're going to just use the phone. But we got the Sunday Super Show Extravaganza at 6 p.m. Eastern. And so we'll do the new comic book day previews, out of context panels. And then Monday, I don't know if you guys ever see this movie, but we got a pretty cool one for Bad Cinema on Monday at 12:30. It's called Evil Toons.
Nope.
Starring David Carradine. It's got an evil cartoon. I don't know if you ever seen it, but it's on Tubi. If you guys would like to watch it,
is that Sam from General Hospital?
I think so.
That is Sam. I forgot her real name.
Yeah, and it's got a drunk, and we got a drunk, coked up David Carradine in this movie.
Was he choking himself at the filming of this? Hey, Matt, I sent you something in a DM. What do you think about that for tonight's show? That thumbnail.
What thumbnail? I haven't seen it yet.
It should be in your DMs.
Anyway, one more thing, and I'll shut up about all my shows. Okay, I'll look at it. Just give me a minute. I got to get through this. Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, another episode of Comic Conversations. And it'll be with my friend Metarog. I think a lot of people know him in the community. He's a good guy. He's been around the community for a long time. And then Thursday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, another episode of Good Cinema. And, you know, the recent passing of Terrence Stamp, who's a really great actor. We're going to be reviewing Superman Part 2. So stay tuned for that. And I'll look at my DMs now. Hold on. See what I think of the oh, I like it. I like it. You got like the little ribbon down there, and it's got a preview of the books that Mark.
Yeah, some of the books.
I like that. I think it's good.
Good. Yeah, that'll be the thumbnail for tonight.
So anyway, so Bruce, tell them about the. I'm going to get the link here. Have you got it set up yet? Because I'll drop the link in the chat. I
got to set it up. It's going to be on my channel at 9 p.m.
It's going to be it's 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. Kingdom of Nerds, Bruce is going to be doing a charity auction for his friend Kyle.
Yep.
He's got stage 4 cancer. It's a great cause. This guy has been through a lot. His wife just got over. Am I correct, Bruce? She just got over cancer herself, and he got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And everybody in the community, we probably all know somebody, or maybe multiple people.
Yeah, we're gonna have a ton of books. We're gonna have like 4 or 5 different sellers. For you gooners out there, there's gonna be a lot of naughty covers being sold. Of course, they'll be covered up. All the naughty bits will be covered up.
Well, then how are they going to know if they want the book or not?
If you haven't seen it before, you shouldn't be buying Gooner covers. I should get Vox one. I'll send Vox a naughty cover.
Hey, Matt, look, check it out. Look what I got. Can you see that?
Let's go. Yeah.
Picked up some old Cap.
We can't go.
I'm being influenced by you guys.
Who?
Well, I think that's a
I
good
don't mind
influence.
that.
Also, I think it's great that Mark Spears donated all those books. And Bruce, am I right? I think I heard you correctly last night. There is only 1 of 10 metal covers that he donated, and it's signed.
It's yes, 1 of 10 signed. Only 10 copies of a Mark Spears Monsters cover, which is extremely rare to find, and it's insane that there are only 9 other copies out there.
And you got one of them for the show.
I have one of them up for sale tonight. So if you can ask your wife to loan you some money to get that book, it'll be between $400 and $500 at some point. It's going to be either $400 or $500. You know, if you can't do 5, I could be talked down to 4. But you know,
right.
it's just a charity, guys. So please don't try to lowball the sellers.
And Nerdy, what do you got coming up, man? I know you got probably some videos dropping soon.
Let's see. Snail Mail Sunday will be dropping tomorrow morning, and then I'll be on the show with you and Bruce tomorrow night.
Maybe.
And my FOC, you always threaten to fire me. You're never going to fire me. And then my FOC show was dropped yesterday. And look, Bruce, you influenced me too. See that?
The hell are you picking up Bronze Age horror for?
Because you told me to.
Oh yeah, I did. And I can't fire you because I don't pay you. So
yeah,
you can't be fired if you're not
get paid. And also, you can see me and Nerdy Geek on Bruce's show, the other comic show, at 9 p.m. Eastern time, or no, 8 p.m. on Sundays. And so watch my show at 6 p.m. Take an hour break to eat lunch, dinner, and then show up on the other comic show at 8 p.m. Eastern and watch us review some books. We always do some good content on there, and I think I've hyped you guys. I should be the hype man for you guys. I try to, and I'm gonna put this in the chat. We got the CBC Awards.
Oh yeah, I'm talking to 2 CBC Award finalists.
So please, if you like what I do, give me a vote if you're not already voted, and vote for Bruce too. Well, we got good content. We got a lot of good people that have been nominated. People that actually work on their shows and really work hard on them. And I think you should vote for them. I'm probably going to get some hate for that one, I guess, but I don't care.
I think you will.
All right. Anyway, we'll edit that out later in the post. All right, guys. Until next time.
Don't worry, I'll get blamed.
No. They all work hard. I'm just saying we work hard too.
Don't give that look dirty. That's what I look dirty.
But we do try to work hard. I don't really edit a lot, I guess, but I try. But
what's editing?
I don't know. I don't believe in it. But anyway, it's just a great community. And look, you know what? It's just a silly award show, really. At the end of the day, I'm just glad I got nominated. I don't have any illusions. I put it in the CBD awards, by the way.
The CBD award.
I'll do it again. The CBD awards are something else. You got to be high off your ass to vote for those. All right. CBC award. All right, guys. Anyway, so I wasn't really trying to be mean. I don't really have a mean bone in my body. These guys can vouch for me.
Comic book Razzies.
No, I don't want to get nominated for that.
Yeah, well, I would be on that one. I would win every award on that one. I'm not going to win any of these awards. I know I'm not. But
you're going to win.
If you want to vote for me,
you're the hardest working person in the categories you're nominated in.
All I know is the 2 people that are on the panel with me right now are my 2 favorite people in the comic book community that I love to do streams with.
He's trying to keep his job. He is really trying to keep that job.
Shut up, Bruce.
But for Kingdom of Nerds and for Nerdy Geek, I'm the Heroes for Hire Comic Club, and life's too short to watch bad movies. Well, unless you watch bad cinema, but whatever.
Wait, wrong type of movie.
Oh, jeez.
Are we gonna watch Lesbian Vampire Hunters? No.
I'll see you guys. We'll see y'all later. And one.
Come, son of Jarrell! Kneel before Zod! Snitchy boochies.